It has been a while since we saw Thabo Bester and his team of thieves and body collectors, but today brought a lot of drama in the courthouse surrounding Mr. Bester himself, the businessman. So watch really closely as Thabo Bester comes in from under the jail in a white regular t-shirt and not designer wear, and he made sure the court is aware of this discrepancy and how he is not happy that he does not have access to his clothing. But Asikolapa will be back to that. Watch him take a seat next to the Zimbabwean guy who he used to live with. Watch them. Look at the body language. He actually smiles seeing his boss. And now they engage in a heavy conversation. And I wish I had the skill of reading lips. They're actually speaking in, I believe, Isindebele. And this is a very, very detailed conversation. And honestly, should prisoners or accused have access to each other in such a manner that they can have such a discussion? I believe they're discussing strategy. Don't talk about this. Don't tell them about this. Have you told anyone about this occurrence? Don't. As you know, in court, everything lies on the state to prove them guilty. And if they don't have enough evidence or fail to prove, they will actually walk away scot-free. We know that Thabo Bester is obviously already a prisoner in the prisons over there. Nandipha Magudumane applied for bail. She was denied bail. But take a look at what Thabo Bester is wearing. And he's in handcuffs over here. While everything is going on, they're getting the court ready and everybody else coming along, then they're going to seat them. But Thabo Bester, during the proceedings, his lawyer stood up to say, my client didn't have breakfast today because he has a chronic illness and wasn't able to take his medication because the breakfast that they provided him is not in compliance with Thabo Bester's diabetic needs, because the food that they were given, and they don't tell us what the food that he was given was. We want to know what the food that was given so that we can confirm if it is indeed an issue on the diabetic front. So Thabo Bester, as you can see him here, he's hungry. He didn't eat. He hasn't had his medication, and we don't know which diabetes he has, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4. But he has diabetes, and this was brought to the court's attention. Not only was diabetes brought to the court's attention, but also the fact that Thabo Bester did not have access to his clothes, his designer wear. This is why today in court, he is looking very, very plain Jane. And honestly, I believe this is a great way to show up in court. No distractions, and let's just get on with the issues at hand, or should I say the crimes at hand. So why is he whining about not having access to his clothes? Next, he also today's session was all about Thabo Bester, a convicted felon, and his needs, but it is his constitutional rights, says the court. The next thing that his lawyer brought up is that he has not been able to talk to his client. Thabo Bester is being denied his call. Now, the state prosecutor is Ms. Bester. I found that quite ironic, but it is what it is. Ms. Bester stood up and said, well, if they have access to phone calls, then they're going to call XYZ. And, he already has a record of planning an escape. But anyway, the judge did say that they had to go through the formal processings to discuss that so that the client, because it is his constitutional right, so therefore the lawyer needs to do things the proper way so that it is addressed accordingly. That's it from us today. Is Thabo Bester entitled to his designer wear so he can wear it to court? So in jail, he's wearing the orange, but when he comes to court, he wants to come out as the Thabo Bester he sees himself as. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll be back with more takes from today's session.